stream based on the French word for late. But frankly, I don't think YouTube supports that type of multiculturalism of using the French word for late as a stream title. So I just went with a triple XP event. It could change as the stream is uploaded after it's up, you know? My nose is itchy as fuck, and I'm gonna drink a cheer wine because I don't fucking give a shit. I just did my taxes, and good God, was it a fucking annoying shit. Welcome in, Cleasy. The meeting was bad news? No, don't tell me you're not going to Georgia. Cleasy. Cleasy. You're going to Georgia. Even if I have to drag you down there myself. Takadana. Takadana. Who's good for Takadana? We got Count Doofus. I'm going BB Nutty. Alrighty. Let's back him up. Looks like it's Yoda and Yagorl. That doesn't exist here. Haha, get yeeted. What the fuck is the Dookoop doing? You better not be a damn duelist just watching me die. Get in the damn fight, you fucker! Oh my gosh. Fuck that guy. I've had a shitty evening doing my damn taxes, and this fucker just decides to jerk off in the corner while I get tasered by Leia. You got declined. They said they wouldn't welcome a regular transfer. But fuck them. I'm in no mood tonight, Cleasy. Your advisor told you to wait a year and try again because it would help after you specialize first. Did you tell them that you are going to go to law school? Like, that you're just trying to get your last couple of credits to get into law school? Come on, Cleasy. You could have used your legalese on them. You're bilingual. What's up, Sigurd? He says he's finally scared those jerks into giving all the money. Awesome. If the they must be really retarded, Sigurd. Fall for that. I would have had like a billion questions to ask you if you came to me like that. But good for you on getting your money back. I'm happy for you. What you should have done is given their number to your dad. Nah, that would be illegal. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna recommend you do that. We're gonna taser Yoda in the nuts right now. Much like Leia did to me. And while Dooku just fucking watched. Like an asshole. I hate duelists, man. Especially when obviously there's not a duel going on here. It's like been 2v2 the whole time. And he's standing there watching me get 2v1. Yeah, I know. Cleasy, you should try transferring, just straight up transferring. I can give you a list of schools here in North Carolina that are pretty good for transfer students. Honestly, all of the state schools in North Carolina work well. You just need to pick one that's in the state system. They all work well with transfers. The largest industry in the state is the college system. Or university system. Colleges are like local stuff. Alright. They were definitely not the brightest. They just had some skills to programming, that's it. Yeah, I know people like that, dude. They suck. Their game ideas suck too, because they're always just like League of Legends with like Pokemon thrown in. It'd be pretty funny if Sigurd comments being like, that's exactly what their game was. That sucks, Cleezy. I've had some shit go down in my life too, but if you're interested in that, I'd rather DM you and Gilded about it. You're probably the only person in this channel that I consider a close friend now. Given the fact that we've shared things in Gilded that you wouldn't just share publicly. Alright. Come on, Yodi Pop. Now's a good time for me to get some Sody Pop while this doofus fights Yodi Pop. It's freaking 1:20 in the morning. I would, when I finished filing my taxes, the service I used, which will go unnamed, wanted me to recommend them to people for up to $250 in gift cards. And normally I'd 100% grab that opportunity if they didn't charge like $240 to file my taxes. I only did it because I was desperate, and mine are kind of complicated, but I am not recommending a service when you can like find anybody's uncle that'll do it for $50. It's just for some fucking reason my contractor work didn't give me my 1099 form in the mail. They only gave it digitally and unprintable for security reasons. So I couldn't get anybody's uncle to do it for me. Because they all want the printed version so they can hold on to it and do it on their own time. Alright, come here, bitch. Oh yeah, I think I spanked him. I think we're gonna get into... I thought we were getting into a little brawl there. Alright, I'm doing pretty good on this Anakin. And he's actually really engaging too. I appreciate that. Even if I lose to him, I'm gonna be happy that this guy was engaging in a server of duelists. Let me parry his force pull. I'm being as aggressive as possible. Oh, how did that not connect? It's gonna send him way out. He's gonna heal. Oh yeah. It's still close enough between me and Annie here, little orphan Annie, for us to, for him to win this. Exhibit A. Got him! There we go. That pull attempt was his fatal move there. How am I? I'm really bad, Sigurd. And it's not just the tax stuff, it's just been a shit show lately, but I don't share those kinds of personal deets. But I'll be honest when I'm unhappy and shit. That way you guys are aware if the streams are off. You know, you guys deserve that much respect. I used to be much more open about personal details, but I got questionable emails once. So that's gone.
I have defeated your students.
Come on. Ah, so close, man. But I'm glad to see that I got 3 likes. Thank you, everybody. That means we must have a lurker in here. Thank you. I appreciate the lurkers. Welcome in, Lurker, and also Cleasy and Sigurd. Thank you for coming in tonight. You guys are two of my favorites, so I'm happy to see you two. Of all people. All we need now is, like, everybody else to show up. Ozzy, YouTube account, 8-Bit, Fantasia, Lego, Lone Wolf. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. If I am, it's because my brain is smooth right now. My brain has been purely polished by taxes. So I'm forgetting people, but I'm really, really lucky to have the viewers that I have, because all of you are awesome. And most people have shithead viewers. I've checked some people before. I've checked some other channels while they were live streaming, and I am so lucky to have what I have, man. Secret says, dang, I've been alright myself. My 3D printer got delivered and you set it up today. Took a long time adjusting and tweaking all the parts and settings. Nice. What kind of 3D printer is it? Like, what kind of plastic does it use to 3D print? I had a 3D printer at my high school that we learned how to mess with and 3D model for. And that was a fun experience. But like, we definitely learned the pros and cons of 3D printing. Like, 3D printing is great for modeling prototypes. But when it comes to like mass production and stuff, you want to use your 3D printed models and put them in, use them to make molds to die cast the other parts. It's just regular filament printer. Oh, welcome in, One Assassin God. I did forget you. I'm sorry. It's alright, One Assassin God. You are definitely one of the faves. I mean, I don't let just anybody talk on a stream. Next time I'm on Elden Ring, you're more than welcome to come in and join in on the discussions. Even Sigurd doesn't get that privilege. Also, I'm happy to see that I have 5 viewers, even though I was really fucking late. Or as the French would say, en retard. That's my beautiful French accent right there. I pursed my lips for you guys. I don't purse my lips for anybody. This guy needs to attack the Yoda. He should have picked out that Yodi Pop before Anakin, because Yodi Pop can just heal himself in the corner. That's what he's doing right now. As soon as this is done, I'm leaving these 4 behind. These 3. You guys know how I feel about duelists, so I won't reiterate, but I do love the 2 we're playing against. They're a pretty awesome couple of players to fight against. They're a lot of fun, but my teammate is just the worst of duelists. He is just running from the seagulls. You're absolutely right, Sigurd. If you're referring to my teammate. Or are you talking about Yoda getting attacked by seagulls and carried off? Alright, so I know that this Yoda's not going to disappoint me. He's going to be hyper-aggressive. Which is what I like. It's just a matter of this Kylo actually trying to kill the opponent. And he did! Woo! You're talking about Yoda? They keep poking at his coconut. But yeah, hopefully we can get Hook Cleasy up with a good school. I know One Assassin God is also from North Carolina, and we have some good universities for transfer students. I don't know if he has experience in the North Carolina university system or not. But we'll try to get you down here, Cleasy. He was trying to transfer from Alberta. What's up, Mitch? He was trying to transfer from Alberta to Georgia to try and get out of Canada because he doesn't like it up there. I think we can hook him up with a place. Like, not actually hook him up and not get him into a school or something, but send him schools that would be easy to transfer to. Potentially. But then again, there's the expense of being a foreign student. What's the no for, Mitch? I forgot to mention Mitch as well as my favorite. Cleasy just needs to quit school and become a full-time YouTube Kids channel. That's true. Cleasy could just sit in a living room opening boxes with toys inside. That's very true. Or he could make 90s bowling alley animations of children's songs, like Coco Melon does. Mitch just felt like saying no as his entrance. Well, I'm happy to see you, Mitch. You guys are the best. You guys make my day. In these dark times. Do I have live chat on? Yes, sir, I do. Why? Did somebody get censored? I have live chat on, not top chat. Looks like the villain's lost. I'll count it. We're late to tonight, so I might as well count it, right? Heroes get 1 point. The next team to win Hero Showdown wins Hero Showdown. Because I feel like it's gonna be a night where we get duelists. Sir Seek says he needs to become a YouTube Kids channel. Imagine the high quality videos he can make for the little snot rockets. That's what he'd call his fan base. Now, would you be doing your animations? Because I think you could do some quality animations, Sigurd. You yourself are like a 6'2" toddler, which would be a terrifying thing to see. You said something bad, Assassin God? Let's see, I see the music video reference comment. And then, let's see. What else did you say? I forgot you. Yeah, those are the only ones I have. My toenail broke, and I didn't even feel it until the sharp edge cut my other foot. Which I know some people may find that disgusting, but I don't think toenails are disgusting until you, unless they're rotted. Mine are clean. I have the cleanest damn toenails you guys have ever seen. Which is brag-worthy, I think. There's a tornado warning for you, Mitch? Good luck, buddy. I think we had a tornado warning here where I live, like 3 nights ago. I see one Assassin God is doing a Yoda impersonation. Nice. I mean, AutoCAD and Blender would be the way to go, Sigurd. As soon as I can figure out how to transfer my AutoCAD skills to Blender, that'd be good. The 3D modeling software we used when I did engineering classes was AutoCAD based 3D modeling software. So like I knew how to punch in the measurements and everything, all the dimensions for the parts I wanted, and then just like model it that way. With Blender, you kind of have to like eyeball it. When I just want to type the damn dimensions. So is it a serious tornado warning, Mitch, or is it like there's high winds and you live in Iowa? Sigurd says that was awful. You'll have to be more specific than that. I need to know what was awful, damn it. That could mean anything. Arduino? Are you talking about Arduino? I've never heard of that one. There are some pretty cool free and open source programs out there, though, and I feel like that's the future. I'm surprised I haven't found a free and open source version of AutoCAD yet. Because, like, AutoCAD is a very simple program. High winds and thunder, alright. Actually, one Assassin God, North Carolina gets more tornadoes than you might think. Um, they count an average of 3 per year, but in my county alone, there was like 5 touched down last year. They all touched down in like open fields and forests, though. And then near like Kings Mountain, there was like 3 last year. Which, that's like 7. Or 8. Yeah, 5 plus 3 is 8. I'm probably exaggerating the amount in my county by saying 5, but there was quite a few. More than 3 in my county. And they were all like... There was like video of them that people had gotten. Yeah, the damage is typically minimal. Yeah, which is crazy because like cities like Charlotte and Winston-Salem and Raleigh are all in areas where a tornado could touch down pretty easily. Like Charlotte and Winston-Salem are deep in the Piedmont, but they're not in particularly hilly parts of the Piedmont. Like north of Winston-Salem is like where the Saratown Mountains are, and you're not probably going to see too many tornadoes around there, but once you get to Winston-Salem, it's like a flat patch. And same thing with Charlotte. And Raleigh's right on the edge of the coastal plains, where you're going to see some brutal stuff. I'm surprised you don't get more in the coast now I think of it. I wonder where the hotspots are in North Carolina for them. Because I only ever hear about them in the Piedmont region, which is where like it's very hilly and forested, where there aren't too many good spots for a tornado to touch down. You'd think it would show up in like the flat parts of the state. You want to go to the beach during a big hurricane? Fun times. I would actually I think that would be kind of cool. My brother did hurricane rescue with his I can't remember which hurricane it was, but he got paid a bunch of money for it while he was in college because they were soliciting for it, and he went and stayed at somebody let the volunteers stay at their mansion because they had enough rooms for them, and then the volunteers all got paid by people donating to them. because the damage got pretty bad. I think it was in maybe the Beaufort area. I don't think it was Wilmington. I can't remember where they got hit the hardest. I know the Outer Banks kind of creates a shield for the swampy parts of the state. You didn't play video games today, Mitch. That's good. That's good. Maybe you'll get a life. Secret says he has been 3D printing this Oculus Quest 2 extended battery pack mount for like an hour now. The progress is good so far. You see some lines, but you can just sand them down and paint the print. Nice. Are you going to start mass producing mum coins? That'd be difficult with 3D printing, actually. Just because the mum coin design is... It'd be annoying getting the multiple different colors and stuff. The Oculus branded battery is... Hey, that's the good thing about 3D printers, but I don't know if you want to talk about stuff like that on the internet, because that could be copyright infringement. I won't stop you from doing it, because I think it's cool, but... And I don't have a high regard for that type of stuff. But you may want to be careful, because some sleuth or YouTube snitch could rat you out, you know?
Witness my glory.
Oh yeah. Come here, tards. Come at me, Skywalkers. Why are all the Skywalkers here? Except for the ones that don't count. Whew. Why is fucking Vader doing absolutely nothing? I think he's another duelist. I think he's a duelist. I'm leaving. I'm not dealing with another... I don't care about the teabag, but... The duelists. I'm not playing with more fucking duelists on my team. That Dooku was a shithead, and I'm not doing that again. We're going to fucking regular Heroes vs. Villains. You can make 10 mum coins one day, and about the colors, you could just paint the plastic and put a clear coat over it, or even just pour resin over the print and then paint that. What you could do is, like I said, you could make use the 3D printed thing to set like to make a mold, and then kind of use like the pin making technique of whatever the stuff, like acrylic or whatever they put on pins, where you create like a recessed part of the like mum coin design, and then just like put the like resin stuff to where it just fills in all the creases, and there you go, you got the multicolor things. Yeah, I know that Pro Vader was one Assassin God says. Pro Vader literally was just like, you got this, bro, and just stood there and watched. Yeah, I know, I hate that thing. That guy, dude. I mean, if you were to do a two-tone mum coin, I would say you would use a base plastic that is like a mint green color, and then like gold acrylic to fill in the like do the stripes and stuff, and you could just do the mum coin M as the mint color, and then the base has mint color, and then have the middle circle be gold, middle like circular stripe gold, and then the outer stripes be gold. And just create like a negative die cast. Or something like that. Mumcoin will be as big as Bitcoin. He sees it now. Yes, sir. It'll be the quickest way to go broke. Whenever you just, it's based on trust. It's deflationary in that the entire supply disappears whenever somebody gets exactly 420 Mumcoins in their wallet. Sigurd says, also the whole copyright thing. This will never be sold, and the print design will never be given to anyone. I don't know how copyright law works. I mean, that might cover you, but it might not. Because they might own the right for manufacturing, and they could, like, people can be sued for anything, you know.
Which contestants will survive?
It's a little known detail that I've noticed. Is that, like, something may not be illegal and somebody can just sue you for it and then bury you in court costs if they wanted to. Oh yeah, getting some headshots on that Boba or whoever the fuck that is. I think it's Boba. Yeah, it's Boba. Ah! I suck at shooting him when he's flying. When Assassin's God says, Sir Sieg, you're missing your wink. Yeah, one Assassin's God's right. That should include a wink, Sigurd. The wink will cover you on all details.
Bring your army. I'm ready.
What he's texting me.
Anakin is still a part of you.
Anakin Skywalker no longer exists.
Hang on. I'm gonna check my texts soon. There we go. Crushed him. Who's texting me? Oh, it's fucking... Right when I was getting over the whole tax shit. I get a text that my tax return has been submitted. Dude, filing taxes is so annoying. Especially when you don't owe anything. It's like,
Don't get sloppy, okay?
can't they just send me a check for what they owe me, and then, like, I don't have to file anything?
You don't give up easy.
I'm sure the government knows exactly what they
Stay
owe
away
me.
from these people.
I don't have to pay some jerk off $200 to find out.
Solo, hyper-slaying the competition.
Dude, I'm killing it with blocks right now. On point. Bye bye, Vader. Oh, I thought Aiden was still
You're not
alive. I was
getting the
pressing her.
options.
Alright, we're doing pretty good. I have one of our few deaths. I think each of my teammates
Warning you.
has about one death per. There we go. Oh man, I thought that Vader was gonna come in hot. Good on him. He knew when to hold it. You know, you gotta know when to hold and know when to walk away.
The dark side doesn't rule you. You're nervous is making me nervous.
What? That Aiden is having a harder time than I've ever seen an Aiden have, and it's bringing me immense joy. What up, Battlefront Highlights? Thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. I believe this is the first time we've met, and if it is, howdy. If we get to 10 likes, I'll play banjo. I left the banjo upstairs, but I see you've been doing alright tonight, so I might as well include it. Mitch says, should he sell all of his video game stuff and never play games again? Depends. Mitch. Do you have any ambitions in life, or are you just trying to...
You handle the rest.
trying to get by. Yeah, I would have quit video games if I didn't start streaming. Because I honestly lost interest. Streaming brought new interest into it. Because it turned it into like a new kind of like creative expression for me. The whole reason I was going to stop gaming was because it was taking away from my creative expression. I was playing video games instead of writing, practicing music, and doing my other stuff. And now I've turned it into something where I can hang out with you guys. And that's way more fun than just playing a video game on its own. What Assassin God says, only if you're going to replace the time with something productive. Also, if you're sure that you're not going to die of depression. Now, I gotta say, ooh, I could have gotten a kill on Boba right there. Up until, like, with the exception of the release of Mortal Shell, up until, like, this year, video games have kind of sucked.
Here comes the fun.
Like, not, like, of all time. I'm saying, like, lately, past few years.
There they are.
Each release I get excited for has typically been a disappointment. Mortal Shell wasn't a disappointment. It was, I think Mortal Shell even exceeded expectations, and I got way more out of it than most people, I think. Seek says, see if he quits his video games, his artistic and creative side would just die off. That is also true. I think most of my creative thought processes come from the video games I played when I was younger. A lot of inspiration. But now that's changed. Now I'm an adult and I've learned how to find inspiration in other things. But Sigurd's a young man, you know. I wouldn't recommend Sigurd quit video games ever.
Solo hyperslays the competition.
Mitch says, you don't think you could even... You even could? It's like shaped into who you are. Sometimes you feel like all you do is play video games. Yeah, see, one of the other benefits of streaming is that I have my set video game time. You know, I don't really play video games outside of streaming, except like lately I've been kind of practicing my Rocket League a little bit so I can improve those streams for you guys. But that's... I do that for like 3 rounds during a lunch break or something.
I've got this.
The price of an insurgent.
Ah, damn. That flamethrower. Ah. You guys want to play Fortnite? I do not play Fortnite, One Assassin God. I actually have a shitty story about Fortnite. One of the best decisions I ever made when it came to gaming, though, is I cut out those games that are like endless time sucks. Like, I don't play Minecraft anymore. I never played Animal Crossing, and I never will, because that's one of those endless time sucks. I don't know if Pokemon is one, but I feel like it's gotten so big that if I were to start now, it would become one. But if you've been doing it your whole life, then you, like... I feel like it wouldn't take long to catch up when the next one comes out, you know? Because you've already got your collection, really. Ah, how is that Phasma not dead yet, man? There we go. That was tricky getting around the Vader. I didn't pull it off. Let's see, Mitch says, as the years go on, it feels more and more like you're wasting your time playing video games. That's exactly how I started to feel. And I thought I would never feel that way when I was like Sigurd's age, and then when I got to be in my 20s, I was like, you know, it's getting to be about that time where I need to be focused on other things in my life. And video games didn't really bring me joy anymore. Hence, now video games are just the thing that I do while I talk to you guys. And it gives us something to talk about. I'm much more into this for talking to you guys. Mitch says that, or not Mitch, One Assassin God says, Mitch, video games are garbage right now, dude. If you can fill your time with something else, that would be more productive. Now is the best time. Secret says, Fortnite, slap me silly and call me a spaghetti eater. We don't play for right Fortnite around these parts. I have always played Animal Crossing, so I love it. I'm not into Animal Crossing. Only because if I started playing Animal Crossing, I'd sit there probably for like a few weeks, always playing it. Mitch says, Assassin, not sure this year is insane for games. It's probably the best year in a while, especially for Nintendo if you've seen their lineup. I don't know what's on Nintendo's lineup this year, but what's on it? I played Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild it's a good game, but it's definitely overrated, and I think it's a disappointment. And I can explain that, because that's a hot take, but I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I beat it. I played through most of the side quests, but I didn't play through all the side quests for a reason, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like that game. But I do like that game. I do genuinely like that game. I just don't like things about it that I think keep it from being something that satisfies me, that other Legend of Zelda games have, and you'd expect from Breath of the Wild, with it being the large-scale one. One Assassin God says, no, I don't know anything about Nintendo. I mean, if you disagree, like the games, then cool, but for me, you're kind of like stepping back. Games are trash after Elden Ring lately. I mean, Elden Ring's been the best release lately. It was the least disappointing one. I was expecting a more open world game, but I'm content with what we got with Elden Ring. I feel like their definition of open world and my definition of open world are two different things. Theirs is more of like linear open levels, if you know what I mean. Like the levels are more open, but it's got a very linear structure to it. Kind of like Fallout New Vegas. But I think Fallout New Vegas is more open world than Elden Ring. The way they kind of structure their open world is like leveled zones. Like you could go to the late game areas in Elden Ring, but you're not gonna really have fun with it.
Perhaps you mean to retreat.
And there's like leveled zones in Fallout New Vegas.
With me.
I think Fallout 3, there's hard areas, but it's not like you can't have fun there with early game stuff.
Valiant effort.
In Oblivion, like, you make progress in various storylines,
I'm the one you're after.
but the whole game is open to you.
Not a corner.
I will say, I think Breath of the Wild is the most true open world game that I've played in a while. Fallout 4 was definitely a true open world game in my opinion, but I think Fallout 4 also kind of had that leveled zones thing with the glowing sea and the like there's the early game area, which is the northeastern or northwestern part of the map, and then like the coastal area is a bit higher level. Mid game is the city, and then like late game is the southern part of the map, and then like the you better be prepared for this is the glowing sea. I feel like open world games, all of this stuff should be accessible to you right away.
No escape.
Ah. Come on.
All hail the Dark Lord on kill streaks.
Ah, come on. Oh, I wanted that Chewbacca kill so bad. I'll read the... You guys are leaving like paragraphs, so I can't read them like in a quick glimpse. I was trying to parry that Han shoulder rush. Didn't achieve it. There we go. Got the loot. There we go. Caught him on his roll. Spank Yoda as he passed by. That Han is holding out. That Han is still alive? That was like the best dodging ever. I'm not into Xenoblade, personally. The concept's cool, but the execution isn't for me. Let's see here. Kirby, oh yeah, the Kirby game, and then Lego Star Wars, new Pokemon games, Splatoon 3. I'm not big into Splatoon. I feel like Breath of the Wild 2, I feel like we're a little too close to the first Breath of the Wild to see the Breath of the Wild 2 this year. But we could, I mean, I think Breath of the Wild's going to be killed by the amount of praise it got. I don't think it got enough fair critiques to, for it to be better than it was. I feel like they're going to do the same thing again when there's definite improvements that they need to make. Like, they need to fix the weapons breaking, like, going through 3 weapons in a fight is ridiculous, and it makes the incentives suck in that game. Because all of the rewards are weapons. And you're like, oh great, I got a weapon that's gonna break in like 1/3 of a fight. That's great. And then the exploration sucks because all of the creatures throughout the whole map are the same. Like, they could have made it interesting to explore by doing, like, for example, Elden Ring, you're gonna encounter different enemies all over the game. And that makes it really fun and interesting because it makes the game kind of change as you go through it. The puzzles were fun in Breath of the Wild. I think Legend of Zelda is the master of gameplay puzzles. Side quests were dog shit for the most part in Breath of the Wild. There was like a handful of good ones, like Terrytown was really fun. And finding the Master Sword was a lot of fun. Luke just committed not alive. You think Breath of the Wild 2 got delayed? You don't think you've ever stopped playing games since you started? You feel like addiction at this point? That could be the case, man. I've definitely been a gaming addict before. Now I'm more of a streaming addict. If I don't get my stream in, I can't sleep a lot of the time. One Assassin God says he was actually thinking about taking a break for 5 years and then see what games he missed. Just kind of be out of the loop for a while and then catch up later. I've definitely gotten out of the loop, but I still play games. I used to be like keeping up with the news on games and all that stuff, but I stopped doing that. Like, I couldn't tell you what's coming out this year. I wouldn't know when Elden Ring was coming out if Sigurd didn't tell me. My buddy Skylar gives me updates, and he'll like tell me some games being made, and I'm like, that's being made? Reading the comment here. 5 years seems a little long to take a break for me. Like, I could just tone down the gaming, or just, like, not do it anymore. Mitch said he couldn't put down Breath of the Wild till he 100% it. I definitely got a lot of time out of that game. I spent a lot of the time just like going through the game world, trying to find various things. Like, I found all of the shrines, and the shrines had a lot of filler shrines. Like, they could have cut a whole lot of them out if they weren't the fast travel destinations. But then again, like, you don't have much of a reason to fast travel to a lot of areas other than to find more of the shrines. Because there's not very good side quests. Like, there's very, very empty swaths of land in Breath of the Wild that has nothing to do with anything. They don't, like, use it for any side quests or any character in the game. Like, I don't have any attachment to any of the side characters in Breath of the Wild.
Get to cover!
Like, Zelda was pretty cool. I don't think she's a side character, she's definitely a main character. But, like, I didn't feel as connected to her as I had in some of the other Legend of Zeldas. I mean, there are Legend of Zeldas where she's much less involved. Like, I think Twilight Princess, she's definitely just kind of a background character. And Twilight Princess was one of the best Legend of Zeldas. And I don't think she's in... I don't remember her being in Majora's Mask at all. But Majora's Mask is one of the best Legend of Zeldas as well. It's my favorite, personally. Mitch says he just likes to hop in the game and wander aimlessly for hours. The atmosphere is unmatched. Yeah, I used to do that too, but like the lack of enemy diversity. Like, there's moblins, there's bokoblins, there's a few Lynels, the Taluses, you got this Octoroks, you have the Lizalfos. That's almost it. Except for, like, the other, there's, like, the giant Cyclops, and then the, sand whales, and then there's the ninja guys that attack you. But for the scale of the map, like, they should have had unique enemies for each region, you know? Like, the bokoblins could have been a particular forest, in a particular forest, and, like, done those creepy zombie creatures from Ocarina of Time in a certain area. You know? I don't know if you know what I mean. There's a lot of creatures that are in Legend of Zelda that they didn't use any of. They just used, like, red Lizalfos for, like, lava area, green Lizalfos for forested areas, white Lizalfos for snowy areas. And they could have had, like, more unique creatures. And then when you get a shrine, a lot of the shrine puzzles were really, really cool and a lot of fun. And then you'd be expecting that at every shrine for you to be like, oh, I'm gonna get a cool shrine puzzle. But then after a while, it starts to be just, oh, it's another test of strength where I'm gonna go through all of my weapons fighting this robot. And then I'm gonna get one weapon at the end. That's gonna be my reward. One weapon and then like 2 or 3 robot weapons that break twice as fast.
Ability plus a path to or victory. Score 1 for the
That
good
Dooku
guy.
just got absolutely shredded.
You can't fake talent. Incoming! How's that armor working out for you?
I do like in Breath of the Wild how it'll use the slate mechanics, like the ice blocks, the bombs, the magnet, and the stasis. I think that those are used in a lot of really cool and fun ways throughout the game. And the way you move around the world is a lot of fun. I wish that the horse could teleport to you. It's kind of annoying that if you don't keep your horse near, or if you teleport somewhere, your horse doesn't go with you. I put a shit ton of time in Breath of the Wild, so that's probably why I got sick of it.
Do anything this time.
The dying
There we
will
go.
continue.
Had to kind of predict where that lady would be based on the ping. I got lucky. Objectively, yes, it would be better with more variety, but you just like the experimenting with the physics and the abilities in combat. Yeah, I just think that there's too much world with too little in it in Breath of the Wild.
Too crowded.
Oh boy. And in other Legend of Zelda games, at night, well, I guess at night you do get the skeleton versions of bokoblins.
Well, this is happening.
But it's basically just bokoblins and moblins. They're just like skeleton versions. They could have done like the zombie things that hump your face in Ocarina of Time that are scary as hell, or even those spider creatures. Like,
Nobody touch that.
those are always some of my favorite creatures, are those spiders that you can only do damage to their belly. Oh, come on, I should have knocked Vader down. Secret says he could definitely do better with his time, like be innovative with the console hardware modding world, which you have been. Secret says he's a huge contributor to the BitBuild forums. You just make everyone mad because you don't take videos. You just type instructions and send pictures. I think that's good enough, dude. I think Sigurd is the only one here of all of us that makes gaming something productive part of his life. See, I went to the desert first as well, and the giant robot was awesome. I love that boss fight. The which Ganon is that? Can't remember, but they should have had more of those in it. Should have had more of those boss fights, because those were, and those robot dungeons where you use your slate to move the map around. Those are some of the best parts of that game. Exploring the Hyrule Castle was also really cool, but I would have preferred there being a functioning castle town in the game
Who's next?
over that. Yeah, Thunderblight Ganon. Yeah, definitely the best boss in the game, and it was also the first boss I fought in the game. I had like 3 hearts, and I was just like trying to get the parry timing right, because that one just... You had to parry perfectly on that one, that's how you beat that. I didn't... And, let's see... The final boss was a joke, dude. The final boss in Breath of the Wild was such a joke. It was so easy. I beat it second try, which is fine. You know, like most, it's typical for endgame bosses because you're experienced with how the game works and stuff. But literally, like, it's phase 2 is you get this magic bow that just kills it. You get this magic bow that kills it, and you shoot it like once or twice, and it's dead. And it's not that hard to shoot. Like, he barely puts up a fight at all. Mitch says one of the most fun things to do is go straight to the final boss. Yeah. But I think that the final boss is easier than the desert boss. Like, you'll have a harder time getting to the final boss when you, if you're going straight from starting the game into the final boss fight. How did I miss that? Palpatine.
Once again,
hey, we won.
the fearless determination of the Princess of Alderaan resolves another intergalactic crisis.
You also like the first phase of Calamity Ganon. Not when he turns into a giant beast, though, because all you have to do is shoot arrows. Yeah. The first phase was the hard part, but once you figure it out... I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I know it's been out for a while, but... once you figured out how to counter its stuff... it was straightforward. I mean, it was basically the Ocarina of Time Ganon with extra steps. You also have to fight all 4 forms of Ganon before you fight Calamity Ganon himself, if you don't beat them earlier in the game. Oh, I didn't know about that one. I didn't know you would just fight all of them. The Ganon in the volcano, I think, was the easiest. But that one might have been the toughest to get to, because the whole volcano level thing being an obstacle. The hero characters were kind of cool, but I think it is like ridiculous. Okay. I feel bad, but I'm gonna quit this. I'm in the mood for a Felucia fight. So if you go straight to the final boss, there's 6 phases of the fight. That's really cool. But I feel like that's like a good way to just condense all of the good stuff about that game into a single fight. It's like, I can skip all this stuff that's like annoying about this game. But then again, you have to go through... you have to get your weapon slots up to handle that boss fight. If you're going to handle 6 phases, you're not going to have any weapons to fight them. You will only be able to use your slate bomb. What was I talking about other than that? I forgot where I left off before I read Mitch's comment. I lost it. I should probably count how many, who got the mum coins tonight. Who's all still here? Who's all just listening? I know I neglected all of you to listen, to talk to Mitch one-on-one. Let's see, one Assassin God said that he is still waiting on Black Myth Wukong. Don't even know if it's going to be any good. I've never heard about that. I don't know what that is. A technique people use to get around weapon durability is hitting the boss with their shield or reflecting their laser beams. How do you hit people with the shield? I don't remember that. Oh yeah, it feels better flying this than it does the hero ships. Oh god, I just went right in front of Kylo. I am not in the mental state to be a good pilot. Wish me luck, everybody. Usually I'm, you know, I'm the pilot king and shit. This is my go-to starfighter. I'd rather fly something like the Millennium Falcon if I were actually in Star Wars. Because when I had when I got my first car, what made me choose the car I chose was that it had room for me to sleep in the back. I got an SUV because I could kind of live out of an SUV if I needed to. If I were to get like a regular car or like something that would be maybe the equivalent of a starfighter like this, I wouldn't be able to sleep in that comfortably and live out of it with my things. With an SUV, you kind of have a living room on wheels with a couch in the back you can sleep on.
Can't seem to shake this one. Base of action.
Ah man, I wish I was in a faster ship. If I were in a faster ship, then I could pull out, keep Kylo in the spin, and then come back and hit him while he's just like a sitting duck spinning. Which is what my teammates should have been doing, but they're not interested. Hey, Kylo's dead. Heroes are about to take this. Mitch asks if anyone else is still here. I don't know. I think we chased him off. Sigurd will just leave sometimes, mid conversation even with him. One assassin god I kind of ignored unintentionally. And then Cleasy came in at the beginning, but I haven't seen him.
Target identified.
I think this might be my last round, Mitch. Hopefully I did give you guys a full stream. If not, I'm sorry. I'll try to make it up by giving you guys another Battlefront 2 stream sometime in the week.
Don't hold back.
But I was occupied doing my taxes before the stream.
Getting too hot for us. See you on the
I need to get that done, and I did. Which is just a big weight off my shoulders. Took like hours and hours. Got him. I love taking out. Oh no! You never seen a stream where I do this? Hervis? What are you talking about? Are you being sarcastic? Come on. This is our Tuesday night Battlefront stream. Oh, he's gone. Boba's out. This game mode? Yeah, this is kind of a difficult game mode to get him round in. I typically will do 3 rounds of Hero Showdown, 3 rounds Hero vs. Villains, 3 rounds of Hero Starfighters. But Hero Starfighters typically gets cut short because we end up waiting a long time for a match to start, and then when we finally get a match, it can take a while. Let me see, how long have we been doing this? An hour, 10 minutes? Excuse me. You honestly never see me do that game mode? Well, I'm sorry, Hervis, but hopefully that sates your appetite. I need to get some sleep. My brain is polished smooth from taxes and shit. Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate you guys. I don't know if you guys know just how much you guys make me feel lucky. Alright, let's see here. Let me count out who got the 69th comment here. I think we're on 92. Hold up, Mitch. Let's see if you got 69th comment. 93, 92... 91, 90, 89, 87, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69. Sigurd got it, actually. It's crazy. That's insanity. Because Mitch was commenting so much, and Sigurd gives like 2 comments, and he gets 69 and 70. Well, I believe the current count is Cleesy's at 30, Sigurd's at 30, Mitch is at 30. I'm pretty sure Hervis is at 30, because I gave like 30 to like 3 people in one stream during an Elden Ring stream. I know Cleesy's one of them. Probably one Assassin God has 30. But yeah. Thanks everybody for coming in. Hopefully I don't forget the count, because I don't think Cleesy's updated it in the chat. Don't forget about the Gilded chat. I put a lot of work into that, and hopefully we can get some good conversations going in there or something. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.